Greetings, YouTube. This is going to be a little bit of personal information and just updates and stuff. So if that's not your thing, I understand. My wife and I were out doing some thrifting on the 7th of April. And we were in Salem, having gone to New Hampshire, having gone to an estate sale, when we decided to stop at Bull Moose Music. We didn't find anything. And then get some lunch. And we decided to go to Red Robin at the Rockingham Mall. Now, Red Robin is essentially a burger joint. It's a national chain. I don't know actually how big they are, but they make a good burger, and they have unlimited steak fries, something that I fully endorse. And their onion rings are pretty good. So we went there. They also have a decent beer selection, which my wife appreciated. She had a Belgian ale, I think. I can't remember the name, but I think that's what she had. She quite enjoyed it. And so we went there, and unfortunately, I had pushed myself food-wise a little further than I should have. I am usually very good at gauging when I need to eat. As a diabetic, it's something I have to pay attention to. But on the weekends, I have a much different sleep schedule, so sometimes I don't judge that very well, and Saturday was one of those days. So I pushed myself a little hard, and some of the ways you can see, and my wife picks up on these cues faster than I do, because I guess they're noticeable outside of me more than I pick them up. But I get very flat. My emotional and my conversational responses begin to get very diminished. So I can get kind of grumpy. And so when it came to ordering the food, I wasn't at my best. And when I ordered my burger, it was a double tavern burger or something. I forgot to tell them no cheese, because in America, we put cheese in everything. I don't eat cheese. I can't have dairy. My dietary shift after being diagnosed as diabetic resulted in me developing the inability to digest, having a milk protein allergy, and being unable to digest dairy products and peanuts as well, for that matter. Other nuts are fine. Peanuts actually aren't nuts, so nuts and peanuts, not the same thing. But I forgot to tell them no cheese. So they put cheese on my burger. And at that point, I was hungry. It was my screw up, not theirs. I did not want to have them remake my burger because I screwed up. So I ate the thing. Now, it was American cheese. And this is the first time I've had cheese in a cheese portion in a very long time. I have eaten cheese inadvertently because I did not know it was in food. And when that is in there, I have a negative biological reaction to that cheese. It essentially rots in my body. It is the most horrible burps and gas you can imagine. It is incredibly unpleasant. I get so much gas. It's not just burping. It's like it's being expelled out of me under pressure. It's very unpleasant. And it tastes horrible. So having consumed the burger and realizing that it actually did have cheese in it because of my mistake, when we left the mall, I stopped at the first drugstore I found, bought some generic Tums, and started slamming those puppies because I know that as soon as I can get help reinforce my stomach's efforts in that manner, it will reduce the effects of what I have done to myself. Then I got home and I took some pink bismuth because the pink bismuth, which is just generic Pepto-Bismol, was incredibly expensive at CVS. I have some at home. It was really cheap. I picked it up at Walmart. Walmart has some great drug prices and supplement prices for the most part. And so I slammed some more of that. And this effort on my part significantly reduced the impact of this cheese on my system. But I also realized that the impact was reduced because it was American cheese. And American cheese is kind of like Budweiser. It's kind of sort of like beer, and American cheese is kind of sort of like cheese. It's mostly oil. So the impact of the dairy portion of the cheese was very small in my system, at least as far as my stomach was concerned. The other end of the process was still not all that much fun. But also, the process of eating the cheese, it left this kind of cloying coating in my mouth. I don't remember in the past. It's been ever since I've had cheese and a cheese portion. And it didn't enhance my burger experience. If anything, it reduced my enjoyment of the burger because it had this cheese in it. I would have been happier if the cheese had not been present. Because overall, the rest of the burger was just fine. It was very tasty. So my little sauntering down a culinary memory lane here makes me realize that I don't like American cheese. It's horrible. And I can live without cheese quite readily. I do miss good cheese, like the good stuff they put on a well-made pizza. But I didn't enjoy my little cheese venture that I had on the 7th. It wasn't fun, and it didn't taste good, and I didn't like the mouthfeel of it. And thankfully, it was American cheese, so it was so barely close to dairy products that it didn't impact me negatively a great deal. But yeah, I don't want to do that again. So I'm going to make an effort to not push myself so hard and to forget to order my food properly.